Welcome to Dallas Sports Network. Joining me in studio, SMU play-by-play guy Rich Phillips. Also, Thaddeus Matula. Interesting story with him. We'll have that coming up. And live from New York City, Jamie. Now, let me ask you something, Jamie. You said you were leaving Burning Man. You were going to be the pony and give us good luck. You gave us a hangover. What happened?
Oh no, you guys, listen, there was a total lunar eclipse this weekend. I don't know if you noticed the trend in both college and NFL where the teams were way ahead and the other team came back, eclipsed them, and then won. But it wasn't me. It was the Cosmos.
I'm going to put it on you, Jamie. You mess. Remember she said, oh, I'm bringing you good luck.
She said she had it.
I don't know. Maybe
we didn't have
week.
it.
All right. All right, Baylor beats SMU for the 14th straight time. Mustangs did score on the first play of the game, though. Rich, what did you think about this game? It was at least exciting.
Very exciting, outstanding game to watch in person. Here you see the first snap goes 75 yards for a touchdown. He had another 75-yard touchdown pass Kevin Jennings did in the first half alone of that game. Lots of great stuff from the offense, just not quite enough at the end, unfortunately.
But you know what? Hey, they lost the game, but it was an exciting game. And as always, Rich Phillip has a great call. Here's this week's segment called How About That?
Remarkable! It's impossible! Yes, he did!
First and 10 SMU at the 25 in overtime. And they fake it to Harden, lobbing it to the left corner of the end zone for Romello Brinson, and it's caught! Touchdown! Wow! What a throw, what a catch!
Amazing throw and catch right there in overtime.
What do you think of his play-by-play?
I love his play-by-play. I don't think I have it memorized quite anymore, but the UAB call, like I mean, like I had that saved on my computer. I just remember that call happening, and I was listening at a hockey game because I thought we were going to lose, right? And like I stand up in the middle of American Airlines Center because I'm actually here in town, and I just started chanting SMU, and no one had any idea what I was.
I like it.
Cheering about.
All right, Jamie, we're going to come to you in a minute, especially with these tweets. You'll love these. Still a tough loss. Sports fans are a little harsh, even they're having fun with tweets on X. Here's our segment called Exceptional. This is not cool. Pony access. If you can make a 35-yard kick, come out to the student, please show up and try out. Come on, guys. That's harsh, but it's kind of funny. I'm sorry. I know you can't say it. We're muting his mic, folks. Rich Phillips cannot make a comment on this. Andrew Perloff tweet. They picked up multiple flags for personal foul and targeting. Might cost SMU the game. I get the targeting, but how do they not consider him sliding? I don't get it. SMU should be furious. Looks like a personal foul to me. Rich, what do you think? Now you can comment.
It was close. It was real close to whether or not he was going to tackle when he slid, but if you called one penalty, there had to be something there.
SMU Football tweet. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Blue helmets are back. Jamie, what do you think of those blue helmets?
Blue's my favorite color. I'm in full support of the blue helmet. I'm excited. I liked the uniforms we saw on Saturday. I'm excited to see what else we got cooking. About to put Oregon Ducks to shame with our fashion.
Nice. ML Football tweet. Heartwarming. Nebraska star Luke Lindenmeyer proposed to his girlfriend, cheerleader, by the way, on the field after today's win. She said, yes, one hell of a day. Congratulations. Jamie, you're a former cheerleader. Would you ever say yes to that?
I don't care if I was cheering. This is an absolute hell no from me.
Really?
Do not propose to me on a Jumbotron, on a field. Take me somewhere, I don't know, exotic without harsh fluorescent lighting where you can tell me in great detail about how much I've changed your life without feeling rushed from security guards trying to get you off the field. And then we have to fight through 70,000 screaming drunk fans to try to go celebrate. Miss me with the field proposal.
You've really thought that one out. And our final tweet from Outkick that upset all college football fans.
You know, there's tons of people that vote on the AP poll, and like, it's not a perfect system, but at the end of the day, like, no matter who you pick, it does even out because there's so many people who vote. And like I said, it's really fun for discussion. It doesn't, probably matter in the end.
I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter.
Then why are you voting?
I mean, what do you think should happen?
Shouldn't vote anymore. If you're going to have dumb votes, you shouldn't have any votes.
Yeah, I don't care if it's female or male, Jamie.
No.
This is not a sexist thing. She should be out. She should not have another vote.
She should have another vote. We should take her political voting rights away. I go so far as to say she should lose her job in general. I'm not one of those people who get offended by a lot, but I took this personally, you guys. This is disrespect to the sport. It's not cute to be ignorant. And the thoughtlessness and even giving this kind of response on camera, I think really demonstrates the kind of compromised journalism she practices. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So this really rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think? I think it's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, like, take it seriously or don't, or take a hike, right? You know, like, I mean, this is people's, livelihoods or emotional well-being.
I know,
right?
It matters where you're ranked. I mean, that's your livelihood. That's a good point. When SMU made the college football playoff last year, it was unbelievable, actually, considering that 37 years earlier, the Mustangs received, which was unfair at time, the death penalty from the NCAA.
College football tonight has a new scandal. Once again, it involves Southern Methodist University.
Shady recruiting practices.
Recruiting violation.
Illegal
One
payments.
SMU player said he was given money to play.
The culture of this city was that, well, if we're going to cheat, we're going to show you how to cheat. If we're going to pay, we're going to really pay. Because we're down.
You've got to have athletes to be competitive, and you have got to spend money.
How did they get all those guys?
At the last second, when you least expect it, they say, I think I want to go to SMU.
They must be doing something wrong.
29 violations.
We run basically an honest program. There was a whole lot of cheating going on.
Thousands of dollars in cash gifts.
We could beat anybody we walked on the field.
These guys can play with anybody.
Cheating in the recruitment of high school football stars.
We'll celebrate this moment.
I can't describe it. It's something I've wanted to do all my life.
Can hardly describe.
Our university couldn't be prouder for what you did this season.
We're unstoppable.
We had that swagger about us.
Had the talent, the speed, we hit you.
When you stepped on the field against SMU, you had your hands full during the early 80s.
Shoe boxes of cash, cars, apartments,
$100 handshakes or Trans Am,
girls, gambling.
$50,000 in a briefcase.
That's going to attract attention.
I am the Texas Dream.
Texas Governor Bill Clemens.
We made the wrong decision.
Get caught and do it again.
Everybody deserves a day in court. We're getting ours.
SMU was the best team that money could buy.
Once they were a storied football power.
Eric Dickerson from Sealy, Texas, puts SMU on the board.
But today, their story is largely forgotten.
The Athletic Association has severely penalized
Southern Methodist
the
University.
They're
number one as far as I'm concerned. Football program for 7
the stiffest ever imposed.
Harshest penalties ever imposed.
This is that story. About a school. About a city.
SMU has received the toughest penalty ever given a major college football program.
Death penalty.
Death penalty.
The first in history.
And about life after death.
Look at you. You did that Pony Excess documentary. Tell us about that. And what do you remember the most about it?
Well, so, like, I was born into being an SMU fan. My father was a professor at SMU for more than 40 years. So I grew up going to SMU. SMU was just good when I was a little kid. I was born in '78, right? And my first sports memory is of Dickerson running down the sideline with a jersey half torn off at Texas Stadium. And, I thought that was just normal. And I even thought that we won the national championship in 82 or, January 1st, 1983, because I don't think I could read at the time, but they had a sign on the scoreboard that said national champions with a question mark. And I just kind of remember asking, what does that say? It says national champions. And I'm like,
but here's what's interesting is you did that documentary. What was the response? And then let's also fast forward to what happened today. This is breaking news.
Yeah. So today we announced, ESPN officially announced, and the football program announced that Thunder On is coming out. It's a documentary that I was fortunate enough to serve as creator, executive producer on. And it was something that, like, I knew that as it was happening, like the moment I got the call that we were in the ACC, it was from a reporter asking for my opinion. I knew this is the new story. This is the next chapter. And so I was, I was thrilled to serve alongside Peyton Manning as an executive producer on that.
Nice.
We brought in my Brian and the Boz producer to direct it, and I've been focused on what's next, which is more Pony Excess.
Yeah, and looking back, it's interesting you brought up the 1982 game. I don't know if you were looking at our notes, but that's our Mustang memory. There it is, 1982 Cotton Bowl, SMU versus Pittsburgh. What did you remember that game? There it is right there.
Yeah, January 1st, 1983, it was cold. It was cold. We had a blanket. We were all huddled underneath it.
And you were there.
I was there. I still have my ticket. And again, I thought that we had won the national championship, and I probably was like 5 or 6 or 7 before.
And y'all beat Dan Marino in that game.
We did.
Undefeated, 11-0-1. Shared the national title with, of all teams, Penn State. Dickerson ran for 124 yards.
I was in my living room with signs that I had made up for SMU and the
Really?
Pony Express all over the living room.
Are you
'Cause
serious?
I couldn't wait for that game because they were going to win the national championship.
And now you're the play-by. That's kind of...
Who knew?
That's pretty cool.
Rich, I didn't realize that you had an SMU fandom before you got the gig.
How could I not like the Pony Express? I mean, that was when I really came into loving football, and they were awesome. They were amazing to watch.
All right, SMU may have lost to Baylor on the field, but boy, did they win the tailgate. They always win the tailgate, especially on the Boulevard. Here's our tailgate segment, sponsored by Ta Bourbon.
I love SMU. Best place to be.
He's coming to tailgate. That's where the Boulevard is, baby.
Okay, look, try to run it up and then flow it back to the team. They've been talking crazy, but they ain't talking to me.
Jamie, you like your tailgating. What do you think about that scene? You said you want to come down here for that.
That looks like grade A tailgating for me. We need to find a weekend where we can do SMU on Saturday and Cowboys on Sunday. And I will be a happy camper. I'll be down there like that.
And Rich, of course, before the games, you always go down there and tailgate,
Oh,
right?
all the time. I'm there for like 3 hours before kick.
Yeah,
of course.
you're ready.
I don't have anything else
That's why
to do.
your calls are so great.
Darn straight, man.
Okay. Tailgating not only important in college game day experience, cheerleaders, Jamie, are also huge. It's a football dynamic. Tell us about cheering, and then let's go to the segment of the SMU Ponies.
Yes, being a cheerleader really is an exercise in acting. Yates, you have to forget how to be human for a moment and stay positive no matter the ups and downs or the double overtimes in the game. There's a lot going on in the field at all times, so you have to have your head on a swivel and also remember the moves you're doing. So it's a lot. Let's watch this video of our pony pom-poms this week.
To replace the center Thursland. Here's Rodriguez trying to find it, intercepted.
Some people go through their whole lives and have no idea who they are. And then that leads to they don't know what they want. They don't know who their friends are. They don't know what means the most to them. They let the world tell them who they are. And that's why it's so important, the work we're doing here, I think. I don't know if you all can see what we can see. You're not just doing it for this team, you're doing it for yourself. I feel like you've grown up so much from this time last year, but more importantly, you've grown into, I think you've continued to grow into who God created you to be.
I'm looking at this game. Kevin Jennings, the star quarterback for SMU, against Baylor and their two high shells. So Kevin Jennings entered this year as a top 10 quarterback in the country for us. After a really good debut season as a starter for SMU last year, he was 10th in the country with an 85 passing grade last year.
Almost nothing that we've planned is going to go that way, but we're planning for the moment.
Tough call, because I think you're going to have a Baylor team that really does not want to start their season going. And SMU obviously would be a big win for them at home.
This is a culmination of a lot of decisions to be here. And so I'm really proud of what I'm seeing. I hope you all can see what we're seeing. This is our time to just be suspended in time and really just love what you do. Don't worry about everything. You've prepared for it. Don't worry. Remember when you're out there, positive self-talk. You know, you're not going to be perfect, but you're going to be prepared. I tell you that. We can't control the outcome. All we can control is how we prepare. And I want you to know that you're doing this for yourself, but also for the team.
I'm fired up. I'm about to run through a brick wall. I don't know about you guys. But we just talked about the football players' uniforms, but the cheerleaders' uniforms are equally have my vote. I think they're fantastic. I would be happy to wear those any day.
That's a good little pregame speech.
I mean, it's almost like what the coach does at the other locker room, too. I mean, got to get them all hyped up, ready to roll.
I wonder if they do halftime adjustments.
Now they got to perform at halftime.
Oh, that's right. They don't get halftime. All right, go to our YouTube page, Dallas Sports Network 11. Please check out our videos. Comment. Subscribe to our channel. Taw Bourbon, proud to be 100% Texan. Texas Grain, Texas Whiskey, and Lombardo Custom Apparel is one of the oldest full custom clothiers in the country and located right here in Dallas. They offer full garment ranges from the latest casual to the most sophisticated formal wear. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you again next week.
Go Mustangs.
Pony up.